How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Mike from PokeTips, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 4 favorite areas to shiny hunt in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are some of the best games to shiny hunt in because you can see shiny Pokemon right in the overworld. You don't need to get into a battle to encounter a shiny Pokemon. Because of this, areas that you could find lots of Pokemon quickly become the best areas to hunt for shiny Pokemon because obviously the more Pokemon you see, the more chances you have of one of them being shiny. So without further ado, let's jump into the 4 spots. Kicking this list off at number 4, we have Route 17, Pokemon Road. Now, this route is so good for shiny hunting because lots of different things combined together make it so easy to find lots of Pokemon quickly. It's a very big route with lots of different grass patches. Starting right off at the top, you'll see a big one almost as soon as you get on the route, and if you keep going down, you'll see more that are very similar in size. All of these grass patches have very high amounts of Pokemon that could spawn there. On the ground, you can have up to a maximum of 8 spawns, and in the air, you can have a maximum of 3 spawns. So if you combine those numbers together, you can potentially see up to 11 Pokemon at the same time on this route. So the idea for this route is start at the top by the big grass patch, let a bunch of Pokemon spawn, and after you get close to that spawn cap of 8 and then 3 in the sky, you can move down to the next big grass patch and then do it all over again. You will definitely want to be using the fly method here because it is the fastest and most efficient way to cycle through these Pokemon quickly. And if you guys don't know what the fly method is, I spoke about it in my shiny hunting guide, but I'll go over here quickly too because it's very important. So for the fly method, all you need is a Pokemon you could ride on in the air. So Charizard, Dragonite, or Aerodactyl, and then after that, you'll be on its back and you'll be able to see all the Pokemon on the ground and all the Pokemon in the air at the same time. Flying is a lot quicker than walking, so you could use this to cycle up and down through the route and see as many Pokemon as quickly as possible. Now, on top of this route being great for finding lots of Pokemon quickly, it also has an amazing selection of wild Pokemon on it. On the ground, you can find Chansey, Ponyta, Doduo, Psyduck, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Rattata, Raticate, Dodrio, Rapidash, and Eevee, and then once you get up in the air, you can find, the usual birds, as well as Dragonite, Charizard, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. With that amazing selection of shiny Pokemon, I'm sure there's something here that you would love to get shiny, and personally, I found the shiny Doduo here, which I use in my competitive Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee team. Number 3, we're moving on to Route 23, and I kinda just rhymed 3 with 3. Anyway, Route 23 is a great route for shiny hunting because the map, once again, is just excellent and really encourages it. My favorite spot to shiny hunt on this route is basically directly south of the Pokemon League, and if you hop on one of your ride Pokemon, you could get there very easily. In this area, there's going to be lots of grass patches that are very close to each other, which makes it so Pokemon spawn extremely quickly here. Like Route 17, once again you'll be able to find up to 8 Pokemon on the ground and up to 3 Pokemon in the air, giving you a potential max of 11 Pokemon on screen at the same time. And also like Route 17, the fly method makes this area great for shiny hunting too, because you can fly over the main area with lots of grass patches, get up to that very high amount of spawns, and if you don't find the shiny Pokemon, you could just head north, and there's going to be one lone grass patch. Now once I get to this grass patch, I like to let maybe like 3 or 4 Pokemon spawn here, then I'll go back down to the main area where you can find lots of Pokemon at the same time again. So because this map is very easy to refresh and has a very high spawn amount, it makes it excellent for shiny hunting. And again, it has a pretty decent list of Pokemon to find on it. So you can find the whole Nidoran male and Nidoran female evolutionary lines here, as well as Execute and its evolution, Spearow, Fearow, and Chansey on the ground, and in the air, Spearow, Fearow, and the usual rare flying Pokemon. Number 2 is an amazing area that I discovered from watching a YouTuber called Jono Plays, and he found this area in Mount Moon. In Mount Moon, pretty close to the entrance after you run down a few levels, you can get to an area that's so good for finding Pokemon. Down here on this basement floor, you can get up to 10 Pokemon to spawn in this small little room at the same time, and it's very close to a ladder. Now, both of those are great things on their own. 10 Pokemon on the ground at the same time is nothing to laugh at, and being near a ladder is great because you can use it to quickly refresh all the Pokemon in the room. However, when you combine the two of these things together, it just makes this area busted for finding shiny Pokemon. The strategy for shiny hunting here is very simple. So all you need to do is just wait around in the room until maybe 8 Pokemon spawn, and then after that happens, just run up to the ladder and then go upstairs. Once you go upstairs, go right back down into that same room again. All the Pokemon will be gone, let them spawn again, and keep doing this over and over and over again until you find a shiny. The biggest problem that you'll run into here is wild Pokemon running into you, because there's so many Pokemon in this small little room that it can get quite annoying because they don't really have anywhere to go, so they might bump into you. The Pokemon selection in here is okay. You can only find Zubat, Geodude, Paris, Clefairy, I think it's Evolution, Onix, and Chansey down here, but you can't really complain because this area makes it extremely easy to find shiny Pokemon quickly. And moving on to number 1, the best area in all of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee to shiny hunt is probably the one that you guessed, Viridian Forest. Viridian Forest is broken beyond belief with the amount of Pokemon you could find in here and how easy it is to find shinies. I personally have found 4 shiny Pokemon in Viridian Forest, 2 of them just by chance, and 2 of them while I was hunting, and 1 of them I actually ran away from because I wanted to test something. Viridian Forest is ridiculous for finding shiny Pokemon for a few different reasons. The biggest one is you could find up to 20 Pokemon spawns on the screen at the same time. There are so many grass patches right near the start of the forest in one area, and the way I like to hunt in here is I'll go and start near that area, let lots of Pokemon spawn, and once I see maybe like 10 Pokemon on the screen there, I'll start running up more because there's more grass up ahead. Now that area up there is nowhere near as good as the bottom area down there, but if I spend maybe like 20 seconds up there, a lot of the Pokemon in the good area will despawn, and then I'll go back down to the good area and just repeat this over and over and over again until I find the shiny. If you've never found the shiny Pokemon before and you really want to, this is the area I'd recommend going to because this area is so easy for finding shinies. The Pokemon selection here definitely is not the greatest, but with the amount of Pokemon you could see on the ground at one time, you definitely can't really complain. So you could find Caterpie, Weedle, Pidgey, Metapod, Kakuna, Pikachu, and Bulbasaur no matter what game you're playing. Then in Let's Go Pikachu you could find Oddish and Butterfree, and in Let's Go Eevee you can find Bellsprout and Beedrill. So my friends, those are my 4 favorite spots to shiny hunt in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. If you need any tips for maximizing your chance of finding shiny Pokemon, check out my shiny hunting guide, which I'll link in the description below and at the end of this video. And one thing that I did not mention in that video that I'd love to mention here is that you can chain any Pokemon up to 31, and then every wild Pokemon that can spawn will have that increased shiny chance. Back then, we weren't really sure if that was true, but it seems like it's confirmed. I've tested that multiple times and seen that to be true for myself, and Cerebi from Cerebi.net has confirmed it, so I think it's pretty trustworthy. A great spot to just get a chain up to 31 is in Viridian Forest. You could catch either Weedle or Caterpie because they have an insanely good spawn rate here, and you'll have a chain of 31 in no time. But my friends, those are my 4 favorite spots to shiny hunt in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They make it so easy to find shiny Pokemon, and if you know any other good spots that I might have missed, leave them down in the comment section below because I would love to check them out and see where you guys like to shiny hunt. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.